Well, what's going on, guys? So today we have a 35-year-old virgin who is going to be speed dating 10 women. Let's see how he does. Is he going to kill it? Is he finally going to get laid? We're going to go ahead and see. But before we get into it, I'm going to talk about something because I've been making a lot of these incel videos and commenting and giving my thoughts on them and telling you guys how you can improve. And I've noticed one thing that's very consistent among all the incel videos, all the incels that comment. I've realized this. Men nowadays, the men who don't improve, the men who are soft, they want to be coddled. They want you to tuck them in at night, read them a bedtime story, give them a kiss on the forehead and say, listen, Bartholomew, it's gonna be all right. Listen, guys, as a man, those days are over. That's for your mom. When your mom coddled you as a kid, those days are over. The world does not give a fuck about your feelings. Women don't give a fuck about your feelings. And what they like to call it is, oh, these guys put you down. No, this is not putting you guys down. This is bringing you guys up and showing you guys that you guys could be better by telling you guys the truth. Because I promise you, if you don't hear the truth, if you continue being coddled, if you go to your mom for advice and she tells you, listen, Timmy, one day you're going to get women. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're an incel and you're socially awkward and you're nervous. It's never going to happen because no woman out there is going to say, oh, look at Bartholomew over there. I guess he's a little bit socially awkward, so let me just go give him some pussy. Nope. The world doesn't care about your feelings. The woman that you want doesn't care about your feelings. So you might as well hear the truth somewhere. And I'm going to give you guys the truth, and if it bothers you, it bothers you. But understand that if you're fat, these guys want you to tell them, listen, buddy, it's going to be okay. I understand that you're fat. If someone bitches out and they don't go up to the woman and they become an incel their whole life, they want you to coddle them. They want you to tell them, hey, listen, buddy, it's okay. Sometimes you just get nervous. No, if you're being a bitch, you're going to be called out for being a bitch. Listen, you're being a bitch. The moment that these guys start approaching women, start going out there and facing their fears, I would say, hey, listen, that's a motherfucking man right there. That's a man. That's not putting people down. That's called giving them the truth. If they are being a bitch, then they need to hear it instead of being coddled. They need to be told, hey, listen, you're being a bitch. So you know the truth and now you can change it. When someone ever tells me in my life, hey, listen, you're getting a little pudgy, you're getting a little fat, right? And not fat, overweight, but even if I gain a little bit of body fat and someone calls it out and someone tells me, I don't get mad. I appreciate the truth. I love the truth. And every time that I get the truth, I know. And if it stings, you have no one to blame but yourself. So understand that, guys, and stop trying to be coddled because the world doesn't care about your feelings.
And then she dropped it. She goes, you have got to be the ugliest guy in the... No, dude, I know you probably don't...
And you see that? What did I just say? This guy is out of shape. He doesn't look like he works out at all. And the woman didn't say, oh, I guess he doesn't feel like working out sometimes, so let's just be nice. No, she told him the truth. You gotta be the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen. And that's not for you to quit. That's for you to get better and understand that to her, you might be the ugliest motherfucker in the world. But then there's other women out there who might find you attractive if you put in effort first.
Don't believe me,
No
bro.
way she responded.
Yeah,
like
it's...
Who responds like that?
Well, after further examination, I found out that my man has had zero sexy sex. Yo, my dude is in his prime. My dude is peaking. He's seasoned. He's mature.
So this is my humble wrestling collection that I have. As you can see, I have all the people that I really like. But one of my favorite ones, it's like I was saying, it's this one right here. Her name is Sasha Banks, and she's just so cool, man.
So who better to help him out than the virgin converter himself? I did it 2 years ago with a 21-year-old.
I was diagnosed with vocal cord cancer. It was really a turning point. I decided to become a nurse because of
I'm gonna do it again with this 35-year-old, but this time we need to see where he's at. So we brought 7 girls to speed date our friend Miguel. Let's hop into this.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Eva. What's your name?
Miguel.
Miguel.
Miguel, very nice to meet
Maybe don't wear a mask. You look like a pansy, okay?
you. I have to do this because my mom said it was essential. I have to have gum so my breath smells like kind of nice.
Okay.
And listen, guys, there's nothing wrong with loving your mother. But if you go on a date and you're like, my mom said to do this, you look like a little boy, okay? And women like a man who's masculine, meaning he is almost like a grown-ass motherfucker who can guide her. A man who's over here like, my mommy told me to. She already knows you're a virgin. She knows you get no play. You already came in with a mask. You got this weird-ass fit on. And then on top of that, you're like, my mommy told me to get some gum. Like, come on, dog. And I know the fucking incels are going to be like, he's putting him down. No, that's the truth. It's unfiltered. If you don't like it, do something about it. What do you want me to say? His fit is clean. Listen, you look great, buddy. Oh, that mask looks wonderful on you. Oh, your mommy told you? Great. Keep it up.
So
Are you close with your mom?
I'm very close with my mom. She's kind of like my best friend right now.
Okay.
She's always been.
So family's very important to you?
Yeah, just my mom right now. My dad's not really in the picture, but
Okay.
yeah, me and my mom are really, really close.
So I actually enjoy.
Like right off the rip, he's not even like he could have saved this for a little bit later. He could have saved it for like a couple seconds later. Like right off the rip. Now she's waiting for you to do all this ruffling and shit and talk about your mommy instead of sitting down, introducing yourself, shaking her hand, or giving her a hug, and sitting down and actually looking at her and like, oh, so where you from, right? Talking to her like that, looking her in her eyes. Instead, he's over here, and so yeah, and my mommy and this and that, and it's like you're not building any sexual tension.
Dad's not really in the picture, but
Okay.
yeah, me and my mom are really, really close.
So I actually enjoy someone who's close to their family and who isn't shy or embarrassed about saying that they spend a lot of time with their mom and that their mom might be their best friend.
Would you like a piece of gum?
Yes, please, actually.
He said your breath stank.
Thank you very much. So are you working right now?
I am not working right now, but I do like a lot of like streaming video games. Do you
Okay.
Do you watch video? Do you like video games?
I play some video games. I haven't in a while. No, it's okay.
Bro, lock
Very
in.
nervous, and you can tell.
You look a little nervous, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We all get nervous sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not usually, these types of situations either, so it's normal.
Fellas, don't ever say that you're nervous. If you are nervous, then you gotta play it off as smoothly as possible. Be conscious about it. Make sure your body language is open. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Make sure you're still keeping eye contact, because she can't know that you're nervous if you treat yourself as if you are confident in the moment, even if you're nervous. But telling a woman, "Oh, I'm nervous," that's another thing that's not going to get you no play.
Normal to get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Like if you're a salesman and it's your first day on the job and you want to close a deal, especially if it's a deal with a lot of money involved, you don't want to come off as nervous, as inexperienced. You want to come off like you know what you're doing. And that motherfucker, he's probably going to say, okay, let's do this deal. Why? Because you look like you know what you're doing.
Do you like video games?
I used to play a lot more, but lately I haven't played, but I do watch Naruto.
Okay.
So I watch some anime, but I haven't played too many video games lately.
I love anime.
Yeah, what's your favorite anime?
Dragon Ball Z. She was into video games and anime, so I can see myself being with somebody who has the same interest that I do, so that I have.
What did you think would stop you from doing that? What's the one thing you did not like?
I kind of like when a man can take charge and he can lead the conversation and like look me in the eye, and I feel like he was kind of nervous, looking in his bag, looking down.
What did I tell you guys? Right off the rip, looking in his bag. He's like ruffling through his bag. It's like she's just sitting there like, okay, is that piece of gum more important than talking to me and building a connection with me? It's that nervousness. He's so nervous and he's trying to do something to ease the tension. But in that moment, what's going through her mind is that gum really more important than this connection that we could build? And on top of that, he's over here looking like that, shaking his legs, looking all over the place. Guys, you gotta lock in. When you're on a date, the best thing to do is bring your seat next to hers so that, eventually you could put your arm over her and you guys could talk like that, side to side. But if you are in front of her, you give her a hug as soon as you see her, and then you sit down, you pull out her chair for her, you sit down, and then, you're locked in. You're looking at her in her eyes. You're talking to her slowly, smoothly. You're not rushing your words. You're not shaking your body. Be conscious about it. Just cool, calm, and collected, right? It's that simple.
So kind of to make that connection.
I say this all the time. Men need to be more dominant, and not in the physical sense, but just like being able to lead a girl on in a conversation so the girl doesn't have to carry the whole weight of the conversation. This is the type of stuff women are actually looking for.
Hey, hi.
How are you?
Pretty good. Let me just say real quick.
What's your name?
Once again, like, what is he doing? He's like, so anyways, like, whenever I get, I go to a store and someone's the worker there or whatever, and they're like this, like, I've had this happen to me. And luckily, it was at a 7-Eleven, because if it was a place where they would have asked for tip, they would have got no tip. But the motherfucker was like, the cashier was like this. Like for a good 5 seconds while I'm just standing there. And he's like, okay, what happened? Like, bro, is that really more important than dealing with the customer? It's the same thing with dating. Is that more important than the connection that you can build with the woman?
Sorry. Miguel.
Miguel, how are you?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm just.
It's fine. What are you playing?
Civilization 6. Have you ever played that before?
No, what is that?
He's playing a game? Bro, you're playing a game when you're on a date and you're telling her, hold on one moment? Nothing screams virgin more than that. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you could have, hey, listen, you want to play a game with me or some shit? At least involve her. You guys are there together. When you're on a date, you want to involve the woman with whatever you're doing. Don't sit here and do solo quest and do your own activity and do side quest. Instead, involve her. If you want to play a game, cool, let's make this an activity that we can do together, as opposed to you acting like she's not even there.
It's a game where you're just like have to conquer other countries, and you have to
conquer her, bro. Don't conquer countries, conquer her.
build a society. And it's a really interesting game. Right now I'm the Aztecs and I'm trying to dominate Canada.
Yeah, she does not give a fuck about any of that. That's not gonna get her pussy wet. Her knowing about this imaginary world that you're living in is not gonna get her pussy wet. Okay, get to know her. Get in her mind. You're trying to let her know about this game. She could have Googled that shit if she really wanted to.
Okay. You play this all the time?
I do. Okay, so
You don't play any other games?
mind if I just see it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, if you take a game out of the house as a grown-ass man, you look so infantile. You look like such a little boy. If you are so addicted to this game that you have to take it outside. Like, if you're going to play the game, play it at home. And I don't even think that grown-ass men should be playing games unless it's something. Listen, don't get me wrong. I grew up gaming my entire life. I grew up gaming. And literally, I would play Black Ops 2 for hours out of the day, like to the point where I had a dent on my head because I had a fucking the Astro headset on my head. I would play Fortnite. Like, I would play all this shit. But then once I became a man, once I moved out on my own, I realized there's more important shit to life than to be playing games. But I don't knock it if you say, listen, I'm going to play the game for 1 hour a day. I still think you could be doing something better with that time. But if that's what you want to do, cool. But if you're a grown-ass man and you got to take the game outside and be playing, it's like, you really care about the game that much?
So well, first of all, you're really pretty.
Thank you.
Yep.
Look at that. You're really pretty. Like, look. Take a look at that. Peep this so you understand what not to do on a date.
Well, first of all, you're really pretty.
First of all, you're really pretty. it just looks so submissive. It looks so submissive. She's beaming you in your eyes, meanwhile you're looking down. It's like a dog. When a dog looks at another dog, the dominant one is going to be staring at that dog. And then the other dog, the submissive one, is going to look down because it's scared. It doesn't want no type of conflict, right? And this is not even a conflict situation, but you're giving off those vibes. You're not giving off that dominant energy as opposed to you staring at her in her eyes, right? Maybe leaning your head while she's talking. You look down at her lips and then you look back up, right? And then maybe you lick your lips, like shit like that, to where you make her nervous. Instead of you showing that you're nervous, make her nervous. You as a man, if you're a dominant man, if you're looking at her in her eyes, you can make a woman nervous. And that's how you get a woman attached to you, when you make her feel like a woman. If you're nervous, she feels like the motherfucking man. And that's going to dry up her pussy like the Sahara Desert. She might go on a date with you. She might eat the food that you buy her, but she's definitely not letting you hit.
Thank you.
Yep.
Just meet somebody.
Nintendo Switch.
He was not making eye contact with me. I can tell he was
What am I telling you guys, bro?
nervous.
Would you, in an alternate universe, ever take it back? Yes or no?
Nope.
I
And what did I tell you guys at the beginning of this video? Women don't give a fuck about your feelings. So the motherfuckers on here who are being little bitches and don't want to hear, they don't want the truth. They don't want you to tell them that they're being little bitches. Instead, they want you to tell them, listen, it's going to be okay. Like if I were to see this guy on this date and I were to say all the shit that I'm saying, someone down below is going to say I'm putting him down. In reality, I'm giving him the truth so that he knows what to improve on. Because anytime someone hates on me in the comments, if it's something about like my video, oh, your video is this and this and that, I know this is something that I need to improve on. I don't take it personally. I don't get insecure. I don't say they're trying to put me down. I take it and I use it to my advantage. I use everything for my advantage. I take the failures and use them to my advantage. I take the wins and use them to my advantage. But if I were to sit here and tell this guy, oh, that's good, buddy. You know, it happens. Just play your game. Hey, buddy, it's all good. You know, you're just looking down. She's going to eventually fuck with you. That's the type of shit that your mom will tell you. Listen, your mommy days are over. And if you're a grown-ass man and you still got to get coddled by your mommy, you're never going to get laid. You're never going to do anything in life because you're still attached to the umbilical cord.
pretty good.
Women don't give a fuck about your
Really
feelings.
pretty.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh my god.
What the fuck is that?
How are you?
Pretty good.
What's your name?
My name is Miguel. What is your
Nice to
name?
meet you. My name's Ashley.
Ashley.
You're not breaking the touch barrier at all. You're not hugging her. You're not shaking her hand. Like, let's take a look at that before she even sat down, right? Right there.
Ever take it back? Yes or no?
Hi.
He should have stood up for a second, gave her a hug. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? There you go. Boom. You just broke the touch barrier right off the rip. Because if you want to get laid, the reason why this guy's a virgin is because he's too nervous to take action. And he's too nervous to say, I'm going to do it, regardless of if I'm nervous or not. And once you do that several times, eventually you just stop being nervous. You just stop having that feeling because you've done it so many times and you're confident in who you are and in what you can do. So this man should have stood up right there, gave her a proper hug, stood up, shook her hand, right? I prefer the hug, but you can shake her hand, whichever one. And that's it. And then pull her chair out and then sit back down. Simple. But instead, he's over here like this with his hands like this, like he's fucking touching his pussy. Like, come on, dog.
Pretty good. You look really pretty.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh my god.
And now bro's gawking over her like he's never seen a woman. Oh my god, you look so pretty. Oh my goodness, oh Lord.
How are you?
Pretty good.
What's your name?
My name is Miguel. What is your
Nice to
name?
meet you. My name's
He's like, these are the type of girls I see in the pornos.
Ashley.
Ashley. Wow, you have a really pretty name and you're really pretty too.
Thank you.
Bro's scaring
You
away
like
to
video
huzz.
games? I love video games.
I don't really really play video games.
You don't play video games?
Not a lot, no.
There's this character in my game that I'm playing right now, Civilization,
Okay.
that looks.
I promise you, she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck. Okay? Get to know her. Ask questions about her. And I'm not saying to be the type of guy that only asks questions about her. Don't be the type of guy that's only like, so, where are you from? And how's that? And how long have you been living here? And how's that going? And why'd you move here? And how about that? No. But right here, he could have started it off by talking to her and asking her about her, getting to know her, getting in her mind. Why? Because people like to talk about themselves. And then once she talks about something, then maybe if it relates to what you want to say, then you chime in on that. But going right off the rip, talking about your little fucking video games and your fantasy world when you don't look like you work out, you're all nervous, you're talking about video games, it's telling her right off the rip, you're an incel. She's like, okay, this guy gets no women. And if a woman thinks in her mind, this guy gets no women, why would I be the one to sleep with him? Because no other woman wants him, so why would I be the one to do it? There's a reason why everyone else is not doing it, so why would I do it? So instead, ask her questions about her. Ask her, what she likes to do, stuff like that. And then eventually, if she says something or she asks you a question back, then you could be like, oh yeah, I like to play these video games. And don't do it in a fucking nerdy way. If you play video games, don't do it in a fucking nerdy way. Oh yeah, I like to play video games and there's this character and the mythical mountains and no. I like to play video games. Yeah, it's like a little escape for me. I like to, relax sometimes and just ease my mind, something like that. But don't go into this whole and the mythical characters of the this and that, like
Just like you, and it just reminded me of it, and I thought to myself, like, oh my god, maybe she is the queen of this country. I don't know. This is so funny. Do you mind if I give you like a hug? Just like a hug goodbye.
Oh my goodness. Do you mind? Do you mind if I can probably give you a hug? You should have done that at the beginning. As soon as she got up, oh hey, how you doing? Get up off your chair, give her a hug. That's what I'm talking about. Passive energy. This is submissive energy as opposed to dominant energy, meaning the type of man who takes charge, who leads the woman. He's asking her to lead him. You think I can give you a hug? Oh yeah, buddy. Get up. Wait. Get on your knees first. Bark. Do a fucking circle. Okay. Yep. Kiss my feet real quick. All right. Now you can give me a hug. Like, come on, dog.
Is that alright?
Like, she's like, sure. It wouldn't have been a weird thing. Like, it wouldn't have been a weird thing if he would have just done it right off the rip. It would have been normal. But the fact that he made it so weird, that's the problem with a lot of guys. They make shit weird. They make shit weird that doesn't have to be weird. Like, they'll be like, I'm afraid to approach her because what if I make it weird? It's only weird if you make it weird. If you go up to a woman and be like, hey, excuse me, I just came over here because blase, right? No worries. But if you come over there, you're like, hey, excuse me, I wanted to get your number. Is it okay if I get your number? Then that shit is weird. The same exact shit, but one of them made it weird. Don't fucking make it weird. It's that simple.
Is that okay, guys? Alright.
That was hard to watch. My stomach is churning right now. I don't know how hard it was for you to sit through that.
It was okay at first,
Okay.
like he was respectful, nice, complimented me, sweet. I wouldn't go out with him again though. I thought it was nice that he asked before he hugged me and approached me.
What did I say? Women don't give a fuck about your feelings. So as a man, man the fuck up. A man should not be fucking worried about, oh, I feel like this. Like, if you're fat and someone tells you you're fat, don't expect for people to be like, hey, buddy, it's going to be okay if you're fat. If you're a grown man, if you're living at your mom's house, don't expect people to be like, hey, listen, buddy, it's okay. Men live at their mom's house until they're the age of 40. If you're broke, don't expect people to tell you, hey, listen, buddy, it's okay. Things happen. Like, no, you have to appreciate the truth as a man in order to grow. If someone tells you the truth, then they care about you.
but also he smelled so bad. Just like cheap cologne, not fresh.
Say no more.
Yeah.
We'll go fix this guy.
Yeah, this is definitely going into an ad. I can already tell, right? As someone who's in sales, I already know when something's going into an ad. He just smelled really bad, cheap cologne, and now he's about to be like, and so this cologne right here, it's the great cologne. But listen, guys, that is a good point, though. If you smell like shit, not only if you're the type of man who's nervous, you're an incel, you're talking about all these nerdy ass shit, but if you smell like shit, that is a number one thing. Before you even open your mouth, right? The first thing you see is with your eyes. So that's why presentation is important. How you look, how you dress, how you cut your hair. Is your beard trimmed? Is your skin on point, right? And if it's not, then just work on it. It's simple, just work on it. But then the second thing is smell. Once someone gets close to you, smell. Then the third thing is auditory. How you sound. Are you sounding nervous? Are you speaking too fast? Are you speaking too low? Like, think about these things. The very first thing, looks. So make sure you're presentable. The second thing, make sure you smell good. Make sure you wear good cologne. Make sure you wear deodorant. Make sure you put on some lotion and you just smell great. You put on something in your hair that smells great. And guess what? If you're the type of guy who is not the most attractive guy in the world, the only thing you can focus on is the things that you can control. You can control how you smell. You can smell amazing. You can look amazing as far as how you dress, how you keep your hair cut. So these are the things that you can control. And if you guys want some good colognes, okay, I'm going to give you guys some good colognes. Versace Eros. Versace Eros Flame, the red one. That's a good cologne. I've gotten plenty of compliments on that one. It's affordable. Versace Eros Flame. The second one, Gucci Guilty Black. If you want to smell clean. The other one is like more spicy, really, really strong. You can really smell it from far away. The second one, Gucci Guilty Black. I'm giving you guys some of the secrets, right? I do gatekeep some of the niche colognes because I can't have everyone out here smell like me. But those are some in my collection that I use and they smell amazing. So the second one is Gucci Guilty Black. Lady killer, right? Like that's the reason why I bought that one was like in high school. I saw some girl fucking posting on her Snapchat and she was like, oh my God, whoever wears this makes my pussy wet or some shit like this. And I was like, shit, let me go fucking find out what that shit smells like. So those two right there smell amazing. Make sure you smell good always.
Oh man, what's going on here?
There's so many pretty girls.
Look, I saw your advance on the last girl. I respect how respectful you were. She said something interesting. What are you wearing? I'm just curious.
Ripped abs by Bod.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I really am. It's I found it at the corner
God,
store.
give me one
It's really
second.
nice.
This is gonna made in
Skip the ad.
next.
All right, now.
He didn't get the one line.
I'm gonna say that. Come closer. Do you smell it? Do you like it? Yeah. It's it's a new one. I used to use this all the time, but it's not as good. What's your name?
Allison. What's your name?
My name is Miguel Ellison. Nice to meet you. Are you from around here?
Yeah,
No touch barrier being broken at all. Just waiting.
I've always lived in New York. Are you?
I live in New Jersey. I live with my
I
mom.
was very talkative. I'm a naturally shy person, so it was good to have someone initiate a conversation.
My dad's not really like in the picture, but she's like my best friend.
This is another thing. Don't fucking overshare. Like a woman wants to figure you out. A woman wants a bit of mystery. A woman wants there to be a bit that she doesn't know about you, right? You don't want to be a fucking mute. I'm not telling you to be a mute. I'm not telling you to be like and just say absolutely nothing. No. Talk about yourself, but don't overshare. Like, she's not asking him about any of these things, and he's like, yeah, my mom, my dad, and I was born in this place, and when I was born, I was actually, living in this place for a while, and like, you're oversharing. Nobody asked you for that information. So wait until the conversation goes there to unveil things little by little, little by little. So that way, as the dates go on, she has something to look forward to get to know you. When you're first meeting someone, the best thing about it is that you have a lot to get to know about each other. So don't just let it all out on the first date. Give bits and pieces, right? Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the vibe. Make sure that the vibe is fun, that it's enjoyable, that it's seductive, that it's sexy. Don't just spill it all out.
It's good to have a close mom.
Yeah. Are you close to your mom?
Yeah, we're really close.
Yeah. Is she like your best friend too, or?
I wouldn't say my best friend.
Yeah.
We're really close, yeah.
Like, you gotta make it fun. You gotta make it playful. You gotta make it seductive, flirty. Like, for example, he's just asking questions, and this is what the most common incels do. So, are you friends with your mom? So, are you like, instead of like saying something in like an assumptive way, but in like a playful way. Like, for example, if you want to know about the fact that if she's close with her mom, you could say something like, you look like a mommy's girl, or you look like a daddy's girl. And then that'll make her say, why do you think that? Oh, I don't know, just because of the way that you dress, or the way that you talk, or the way that you look at me, right? So that leads into something that's a little bit more playful, a little bit more flirtatious than just saying, so it's just like an interview. So are you close to your parents? Yeah, I am. What about you? As opposed to, you look like a mommy's girl. Is that true? Am I right? Am I hitting the nail on the head? Like, be more playful with it.
Like your best friend too, or?
I wouldn't say my best friend.
Yeah.
We're really close, yeah.
Okay. That's really nice.
That was really strange that the first thing he did was tell me to smile.
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do you like cologne?
Cologne?
Yeah.
I'm big into scents, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Come closer.
It smells good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
He seems sweet.
That's not what you want to hear. Like, you want a woman, like, especially this woman, she's wearing a fucking bra. She wants to get fucked. She wants to get slutted out. She wants someone to fucking spit in her face while he's fucking her. Like, obviously, I don't know this woman, but to be honest, I know how women are, and especially this woman, she's revealing, and she doesn't want a sweet mama's boy that talks about video games and says, can you smell me? No, she wants a motherfucker to take charge. She wants a motherfucker who gives off those vibes when he's looking at her, when he's beaming her in her eyes, and he's seductive with his tone of voice and the way that he speaks. She's thinking, her mind goes there. She's like, oh yeah, this motherfucker would dominate me in the bedroom. He would fuck the shit out of me. But when you're a sweet little boy, oh yeah, she's not thinking that. That's why you get put in the friend zone.
We're friends on him already.
Yeah, it was a gift from a friend.
It smells nice.
Yeah. So where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally?
Oh, my family,
Be like, New York? I'm surprised. A girl like you doesn't seem like you're from New York. Oh, why is that? Because usually when I think of people from New York, it's like someone who's more rough and like more dominant. But you seem sweet, right? As opposed to New York. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
my mom's side's Puerto Rican and my dad's side's Dominican.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And you?
Oh, nice. Puerto Rican. Oh, shit. I gotta watch out for you. I've heard some things about Puerto Rican girls. I heard y'all are super feisty, so I don't know. I might be getting myself into some trouble, but hey, I'm a bad boy. I like trouble, right? As opposed to, oh, nice.
I'm from Mexico. I'm
Oh, Mexican? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm from Mexico. I'm tapped in with the cartel, so you better watch out, cause I know El Chapo. Okay, so you better be careful. I'm just letting you know. I'm tapped in with El Chapo, right?
my mom's part Mexican too.
Oh, really?
But I don't really know that much about that side of my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you close to your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, would you say she's like your best friend?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, seems really nice.
Oh, so you're a mommy's girl. Well, with me, you're gonna be a daddy's girl. I'm just playing, guys. All right.
I like her because she says that her mom is her best friend. Yeah, my mom is my best friend too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we hang out all the time.
Yeah.
She's actually she went to WrestleMania with me,
Oh, really?
Florida. Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
really nice.
WrestleMania. That's what my baby brother likes.
Shit, we gonna have WrestleMania in the bedroom, baby girl. Don't worry, I'm gonna be the Undertaker tonight.
Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Emily. What's yours?
Emily.
Will you pop out your AirPods for me? I just, I want to make sure that we're connected. I want to make sure you can hear me clearly because I'm gonna hear every single word you say. So I want you to give me the same attention. Don't be walking in here with fucking AirPods, bitch. What the fuck?
That's a great name, Emily. I'm Miguel. Are you?
Like, women want to be checked. Women want to be checked. If a woman's on a date and she's like this, hold on 1 second. Or she takes a phone call, be like, hey, listen, I'm on this date with you and I really do want to have a good time with you. And I'm going to respect your time and I expect you to respect mine as well. So if you could just, give me your full undivided attention. Call them out on it. Women want to be checked. Not always will they do something like this. Like, she might have just came in here with her AirPods just because. Like, she probably wasn't even thinking about it. But some women will do it to test. But either way, a woman wants to know that you have the balls to call them out on their behavior. If they're doing something that is not good behavior, they want to be called out on it. And maybe they've never even experienced it before. So the mere fact that you called her out on it and no man has ever put her in her place, that's going to turn her on.
Listening? What are you listening to?
Okay, sorry for that.
What are you listening to? What are you
I was listening to a podcast actually.
See, instead of checking her, he said, what are you listening to? Basically like saying, it's okay. You can listen to your music. You don't have to listen to me. Just tell me, what are you listening to? No, check her.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
She was listening to a fucking podcast. That's how unimportant this date is to her.
You listen to any pro wrestling podcasts?
I actually don't know what that is.
I like that he asked me about
Like, you could have even made it funny in a way. Like, can you give me your number real quick? I see you got your AirPods in. I guess I'll talk to you like this. Hey, so how you doing? Oh, what's your name? What are you doing right now? Are you on a date with a really handsome Mexican guy? Because I heard that you're on a date with a really handsome Mexican guy. Right? You could have made it funny in a way. You could have checked her. It's all about how you do things. But the way he did it came off really passive. What are you listening to?
like my interest right away. Like he noticed I was listening to something and he asked me what it was and he kind of gave me a recommendation. I think that was pretty interesting.
You don't like
Yeah, she thought that was pretty pussy.
wrestling?
I have no
Like
idea.
WWE?
Oh, pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I do know what it is, but I've
Yeah.
never learned about it.
You never learned
And I
about
didn't know they had a podcast about it.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of wrestling, like Busted Open is one of my favorites. I love wrestling. Do you ever follow any?
I don't much.
Yeah.
I know that something.
Like, this is not going to get you any success. You're not going to have any success with this. When you go into a date, I don't want to stress this point too many times, but it has to be said. You have to go into it with like a playful, seductive attitude. That should be your mindset. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to be seductive, to be charismatic, and just be smooth with it. Don't go into it with an interview. Oh, so where are you from, right? And if you guys need help, I work with guys one-on-one, so shoot me a DM at Optimal Man Coaching on Instagram. I got you.
Like an event just happened recently.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That is not what I told you to do with that line.
But I told him to come closer.
We got a lot of work to do. I see the problem. Do you see the problem? Do you feel the problem or no?
I think I'm talking about all the things that I like. I don't see any problems.
Okay. We're gonna fix you up. I'm gonna fix you up. Alright? This man.
Well, guys, that's the video for today. As you can see, these are the things that he could improve on, and I'm sure all the guys watching this who aren't having success with women, These are some things that you're probably doing yourself and you could improve on. So take this video and apply it to your future dates, to your future interactions with women. And I promise you, it might not work the first time because you're not good at it. And don't think that just because it didn't work the first time, it means it doesn't work. It simply just means you need to practice it more. Nothing's going to work on the very first time. If you want to be an artist and someone tells you, hey, listen, this is what you need to do to improve, and you try it and you still suck, you still can't paint like Picasso, it doesn't mean that the technique or what they're telling you to improve on doesn't work. It just means you need to put in more time and more effort into it until eventually you can master it. All right, guys, shoot me a DM on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching. That's the video for today. I'm out of here. Peace out.